You need a living root in the soil all the time. Here's why. None other than the Natural Resources Conservation Service of the United States Department of Agriculture, or USDA, says that principle 4 of their soil health principles is to have a continual live plant or root in the soil. The other 3 principles are soil armor, minimizing soil disturbance, and plant diversity, by the way. My plans will help to achieve all these principles, but the continual live root in the soil is the one I think I'm lacking in most right now. Why a continual live root? The roots of plants don't just suck up all the nutrients out of the soil, leaving it barren. In fact, plants can leave the soil better than they found it by feeding carbon exudates to all the critters in the soil food web for as long as the plant is alive. These exudates are literally sugars that all the soil microorganisms need to live their lives and do their jobs for the soil food web and for the plant's health. Apparently, this is so important to the health of a plant and the soil that the plant will actually customize its exudates and tailor them to whatever microorganisms it needs so that it can maximize its own nutrient uptake and ward off harmful diseases and pests. There's a whole party that's going on under the surface of the soil that we don't even know about. But if there's no root in the ground, there's no party, and the soil is not improving. Now you might be thinking, why not just till in lots of compost to feed those microorganisms? In the short term, that would be better than doing nothing. But in the long run, the tilling itself would actually destroy a lot of the fungal and bacterial networks that have been established in the soil. And would also lead to compaction that would restrict the air that many of the beneficial organisms need for survival. The soil would end up being less productive, even if you dug in compost every year, than if you just left it on the top and didn't disturb the soil food web. Plus, it would violate the second of the 4 principles of the NRCS guidelines, which is minimizing soil disturbance. I mean, you don't want to go against the NRCS, do you? Plus, according to the NRCS, the root exudates are the primary, meaning the main, food source for the soil food web. You're basically trying to replace a steak dinner with a plate of celery sticks for the soil food web organisms. And they're not going to thrive on celery sticks alone. They need a living root in the ground.